age 35. I live in the UK. I'm originally from Trinidad. I work in the UK as a mediator, and I'm also in the process of starting my own business. I'm doing this video diary to share with people my experience of being diagnosed with an immature teratoma. About 5 months ago, which was October 2010, I started going to the toilet very frequently to urinate, but I would pass very little urine. I was also having pain in my abdomen. I should say that that pain started 8 years prior in one particular spot. I had 2 laparoscopies done back then, but nothing significant was found. But recently, uh, along with the pain, I was urinating frequently, as I said, and then I started feeling this mass in my tummy. I went to my GP on 3 separate occasions within a 6-week period, but he didn't see it as anything too serious. I, however, convinced him to send me for an ultrasound. I was given a date for mid-December, which was a kind of long way away, but that was because they didn't see it as being something urgent. My husband and some of my friends convinced me that I should go to the hospital. One day while at work, I started feeling this really heavy feeling where the mass was. So I spoke to my husband, and we decided that I would go to the hospital that day. But on his way to come and meet me, he said that I should call NHS direct. I called them, and when I described my symptoms, they said I needed to be seen by a GP that day. So I went to the out of hours GP. He did an external exam, which my GP didn't do, and he could feel that there was this mass in my tummy. He thought that it might be my bladder being full or something, so he referred me to the urology department of our local hospital. My husband and I went there that night, but when they did the bladder scan, my bladder wasn't full at all. It had very little urine in it. I was sent the following morning for an urgent ultrasound because although my bladder wasn't full, they could feel the mass as well. The ultrasound showed that I had a mass that was 15 centimeters growing out of my right ovary. I was referred to the gynae department, who sent me for a CT scan the next day. That scan, along with a blood test, showed that well, it came back irregular and showed that it could be an immature teratoma. I was then referred to the oncology department of another hospital, which is the cancer ward. I went on the operation on the 22nd of December, and that operation took about 3 or 4 hours because the mass had grown from 15 centimeters to 30 centimeters by the time of the operation, which was like in less than 3 weeks. After that, I ended up with a large vertical scar, which it ends up above my navel. I would put the picture up at the end of this video so that you all could see what the scar looks like. I stayed in hospital for 7 days. Of course, recovering was very difficult because of the size of the scar, because it went above my navel. It was very painful, and vomiting, coughing, not to mention having constipation. So when you poo for the first and second time, all those things were really, really painful. The result of the operation was that it was confirmed to be an immature teratoma, and I was then referred to a specialist because the teratoma was a stage 1C, the cancer, I should say, was a stage 1C and a moderately differentiated grade. I was then referred to a specialist in London to see if I would need chemotherapy. I was told that I would need chemotherapy and that would be starting tomorrow. I would do some more videos so that you all would see was bits of the process that you have to go through. My chemotherapy would be a 9-week process. It's three-week cycles, so I would be in hospital for 1 week and then home for another 2 weeks.